Welcome to Sir Betterment, where we bring you financial, motivating, and betterment knowledge. In this video, we'll talk about the number one wealth killer no one talks about. So without further ado, let's get into it. A new car is a popular item on many people's wish lists. Not just a new-to-you car, but a brand new, first-time owner car that you can personalize to your heart's content. Although we understand the appeal of a shiny new car, we want to ensure you get some valuable information before spending money. Never, ever purchase a new vehicle if you are serious about maximizing your potential for financial success. In fact, buying a new car is one of the worst choices one can make financially. So, you may be wondering, what's the big deal? If I can afford it, then why not? A new car may not seem like a big investment when you first look at it, but we can guarantee that it is. Let's take a look at why it's a bad idea to purchase a brand new car and how buying a used vehicle doesn't help you save money. A car is not an investment. You can't consider your car an investment because investments generate profits. Investments such as real estate, stocks, and business ventures have a good probability of increasing in value over time. On the other hand, cars begin to lose value as soon as they are driven away from the dealership and continue to lose value over time. You may justify, but my car helps me earn money. It helps me deliver my products to the store and gets me to the job on time. In these cases, the investment is not the car itself, but the products you sell or the job that generates your income. In other words, your car is a mere tool. A new car should be considered an asset rather than an investment. You may sell your automobile for a considerable sum if you find yourself in a tight financial position. As an asset, your car is there for you to use whenever you need it. Your vehicle may depreciate over time and sometimes need repairs. Spending is necessary to keep your automobile in a usable and functional state. Yet, this does not imply that purchasing a vehicle is a bad idea. Spending money on depreciating items is acceptable. This is true for practically everything you buy on a daily basis. That said, you should ensure that the amount you spend on your automobile is less than 33% of your yearly salary. Otherwise, you're overpaying for your vehicle. While it's true that driving a flashy new car around town might boost your self-esteem, you shouldn't put yourself in debt just to get that kind of attention. Let's do a simple experiment to examine why buying a new car is a bad investment. You can get a brand new mid-size vehicle for $25,000. You decide to take out a loan since you don't have enough cash to purchase the car outright. Let's say you have good credit and get a 3.5% interest rate with a $3,000 down payment, a $1,000 trade-in of your 1998 Subaru Forester with 250,000 miles, and a head gasket that won't make it to 251. Last year, the average car loan term was slightly over 60 months, but we'll round up to 60 for simplicity's sake. Let's also include taxes. From the discussion, since they vary from state to state, you would be paying $382.02 a month before taxes. It's a considerable, manageable amount, and that's how people get into these fraudulent loans. The total cost is $26,921.20 if you multiply that amount by 60 months. Let's toss in the dreaded D word that nobody at the car dealership wants you to know: depreciation. In reality, a brand new car loses around 22% of its value within the first year. So in the span of 5 years, you'll typically lose 55% of your investment. It implies that the $25,000 automobile you paid $27,000 for, including tax and customs, is only worth around $11,500 on a good day. This basically means that around halfway through your loan, you're effectively taking $400, wrapping it twice tightly in a quilted paper towel, and flushing it down the toilet every month for the next 2.5 years. That money will never, ever be seen again. New car equals expensive insurance. Not only are you getting ripped off with more money, more interest, and a lengthier loan, but you'll also be paying more for car insurance. Insurance costs are usually higher for new vehicles since they are more valuable than older cars. Also, if you buy a new car, you'd probably choose gap coverage to ensure you don't end up with a big debt if your car is totaled. Gap coverage pays for the difference between the car's value and the amount you still owe on the loan, raising your premium. Although many factors determine how much you pay on insurance, it is vital to examine the monthly expenditure. Your warranty will most likely expire before the end of your loan payment schedule. The brand new vehicle scent disappears within the first few drives, and the standard warranty isn't much better. An automobile loan typically has a period of 5 years or 60 months. In contrast, the standard warranty period for a new automobile is 3 years or 36 months. Take a wild guess at who has to take their nightmare to the dealer and explain the problem to the service tech over the piercing wail of a car alarm if an electrical component in their car breaks down on month 37 of ownership. Most people don't think about their car warranties until something goes wrong. But once your warranty expires, every repair is an out-of-pocket expense. Second-hand or used cars. When it comes to vehicles, buying new is not the way to go. The rising cost of new cars combined with a slower rate of salary growth makes it impossible to justify the purchase of a new vehicle today. Why spend hundreds of dollars on something that will rapidly lose its worth and appeal? In the end, the thrill of having a new car will fade after a few months, and your car will be no different from any other old car. The only thing that stays the same is the payments. On the other hand, if you wait a few years, you may get the exact vehicle with a lower price tag, but you need to be mindful of any hidden issues with used or second-hand cars. Anticipate them to have some hidden damage and be rough around the edges. Even if they are sometimes simple to fix and won't be deal breakers, make sure you budget for these repairs. And don't get me started about the high maintenance for these used cars. High maintenance. As previously mentioned, you'll never know what issues your new used car could have until they reveal itself. This means that even seemingly little repairs like fixing a leak or topping up the fluids may quickly add to a substantial expense. Another important factor is the availability of parts for these older vehicles. The older the car, the harder it will be to find parts and service centers that will cater to it. Sometimes, you'd have to spend more money to find a specialist to help you fix your car. More so, you'd even consider importing hard-to-find parts which cost you more than you expect. Conclusion: there is no reason why you should lose a significant amount of money when purchasing a car. It is a lifestyle decision. A car should not be a barrier to financial success. Rather, it should be the mode of transportation that takes you there. So, what do you think? Do you still have that urge to buy that dream car? Or did this video shed light on the #1 hidden wealth killer? Remember to use your money wisely. Invest in real investments that will actually bring you more money. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Also, click the subscribe button and notification bell for more videos like this. See you at the next one.